All right, so I think we lost like more than 50% of the audience from the other three streams that we were working on earlier, but it's all right. We'll pick things where we left it, and we'll continue to have a good time. Hopefully, the stream is not interrupted again by lagging and lack of um, correct.
Connectivity. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say correct cables, but yeah. But all right. So before the crash that we had, all right, and I'm not talking about the stock market. I'm talking about the connectivity crash we had
Right.
many moons ago. We were just about to get started to talk about CC Unit on this old video that I had made of like top five predator catchers within like the YouTube community. And so yeah, we're gonna get back to that right now. But before I do, a quick heads up to everybody. All right, this is still somewhat like a test stream because I don't know if like the connectivity won't go down on me again. But if it keeps going this smoothly for like a few minutes or whatever, and we notice like no hiccups and no bugs or whatever, then little by little I'll put on some other people that I have sent the links to, and I think I still have to send the new link out to a few other people aside from Red. Um, but yeah, I think we got things going pretty good so far. Let me just check one thing. I think we got Jules in the house. What's up, Julie? What's going on? Welcome to the amazing, wonderful stream we got going on right
What
now.
it is,
Yeah.
what it do. It's good, Jules. Can be turn off again.
All right, wait, hold on. We got my life saying maybe Red Hood is low key professional programmer and infiltrated and infected the system with impenetrable viruses. I mean, that's very likely. That's very likely. Who knows, man? Red, is that what you're doing?
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I did hijack the stream. You know, wait, through no effort.
Oh, I know, I know.
It was thanks to Jorge's you know like dumbass laptop that fucking decided to spaz out and have like go on its period and just deny us like the stream. But now he owes y'all. Now he owes all y'all like an extra hour on top of what the duration of this stream was gonna be.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and we're looking at an all nighter according to my schedule. So I mean, there is going to be a slight interruption because this is once again like my sister's laptop, and she actually is like a developer herself, so she's going to need her laptop to like work or whatever. So I might possibly maybe have to use my own laptop, and that would be like risking it because as soon as I connect it to like the internet or whatever, like it starts acting up like right away. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But as far as this stream goes,
Right.
we're just gonna have a good old time. And yeah, man, like the first stream was going so well, bro. Like
Yeah, it
so
was.
well.
And
And
then
then
fucking you get DDoS and yeah,
Ron, the
it's
R words, what do you call it? Infectious presence, I think, appeared at some point and just
oh my god.
messed everything up.
How could
But
you do this?
yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
back to the top five list. Right? We were just about to talk about CC, but all right, here we go. Actually, let me just make sure. All right, you can hear that, right? I can
Yeah.
hear. All right. All right. So number five was Predator Poacher's main channel, right? This is from over a year ago, mind you. Okay, over a year ago. So things have changed a lot. Obviously, I would say CC and Alex are way above the those two spots that I gave him last year. If anything, I mean, I wouldn't say like necessarily like one and two, definitely, but yeah, they're like surely up there. If anything. This is still back when Spectre was still working with CC Unit. That's why I said like these guys
Yeah,
instead of
that
just
guy. Yeah, I don't know. He got way too crazy. Way too crazy.
who me?
No, the Spectre. Like he
Oh
like 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 CC would be just like talking calmly, and then he just come in just yelling and like
yeah, I noticed that at some point. At some
yeah.
point, like, and it's funny because Spectre would say a lot of like, yeah, like good points and a lot of like good, what do you call it?
Like
Oh,
angles. I mean, but he just loses patience easily.
yeah. Your favorite son. Thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know exactly what number catch Spectre was like completely just off the map and just like not in within the catches themselves. I don't know if you remember, but um it happened like very, what's the word, like gradually, if you will.
The last noticeable catch I saw from him was like the guy they chased around a boardwalk,
Okay, yeah.
and then the guy ended up like throwing up. That was
Yeah.
disgusting. Yeah, that was nasty. But yeah, him like he was screaming like a maniac. Like Alex and Ghost weren't even screaming all that much, and he was just like pedophile. Yeah, oh! Yeah. He was screaming his ass off, and like Ghost had to tell him, "Yo, chill, chill, chill. They're gonna call the cops on us, instead of the pedo." So
Yep. And that's what brings up something like that, which would what I was trying to say earlier. Sorry for the babble there, but yeah, he did have like some good questions and again good points to be made and informative like angles or whatever. But you know what? Even after he stopped appearing on actual catches, like I noticed him on social media. He was like, I don't want to say reckless, but he was very I don't know, aggressive with some of his posts. And I think, I don't know if I haven't erased it. I think on Instagram, like him and me DM'd each other for like a little bit, and he wasn't too happy with like pretty much like overall like the catching community in general. I'm gonna see if I can find the actual like messages or whatever that we had in the conversation. Like I'm not gonna go into detail because obviously that's private, but I am gonna try to like bring up some points that he made. That way we can kind of get like an idea of like what the heck happened to this guy. And so we got a special somebody in the back room waiting to join us on the stream.
who? I see no one.
I'll just surprise you. I'll just surprise you with that one. But it'll be the first time interacting with him myself, so it should be pretty interesting. Um,
Oh, I think I know who it is.
yeah, you're like, uh-oh. I mean, I don't know if that was a negative, like, oh, I know who it is, or like a positive, oh, I know who it is. I couldn't really gauge the emotion there, but hopefully it's a positive thing, man. Because I mean, he hasn't really done anything to
If
make.
if yeah, if it is who I think it is, then yeah, the street cred level just rose. You
Oh,
know,
well, I mean,
it,
I'll let you answer if it was who you were thinking it was or not. All right. But of course we have none other than, yes, sir.
Oh,
What's going
the
on, man?
the white little bill.
yeah,
Hey, what's good?
watching the stream. I
Appreciate
just
you,
made a.
sir.
Oh wait, what's that?
So appreciate you.
Yeah, as well. I just made a pre-game stream, and now I'm in the stream of the
Yeah,
stream.
so yeah, you could just cut your stream. You're on this one now.
Yeah, I cut it.
Yeah, that's right.
What's going on, bro? What brings you
Yeah.
to my corner?
I really know. I was doing
Clout.
Instacart. Yep, just clout. That's pretty much it.
Ah, I see. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
He's a gold digger.
Yeah,
yeah.
man. Hey,
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't expect too much clout off of this stream only because this is Alex's channel. You know what I'm saying? This is completely and entirely Alex's channel. And I'm just here, every once in a blue moon, just to be like a janitor and pick up the pieces to the puzzle and try to remain and keep the peace. But yeah, this is definitely Alex's channel for sure. So I don't know. I don't know how much clout you're gonna gain from
Wait,
this.
wait. JDQ, take out Dead Twist's comment so you can see his sexy, gorgeous face.
Oh yeah, there we go. For those of you who actually want to see some sexy males tonight, then I mean, because I'm not gonna show my face. You know what I'm saying? I have to get some work done on my face, but obviously Ryan is all good to go. That's why we're gonna show his face, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your glorious, benevolent, angelic face, sir.
Yeah, a face only a predator. I mean, mother could love.
Oh, predator. In a
Oh, you know what?
hotel room.
NVCAP. All right,
Oh,
let's stop envy capping. Let's carry on.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
No
Let me
more.
just
Yeah.
show my face as well, though, because even though I need work to be done, I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that might want to still see it. So there we go. There we go. Of course, I've got the Pillsbury Doughboy poke me shirt on. So if any of you want to, you know, feel the love, just poke me. Anyways, so we were talking about the whole Spectre not being with like CC Unit anymore, and just pretty much like overall, like, in my opinion, it has helped elevate Ghost's work. I don't know if you guys would agree. But in my opinion, from what I've seen, like when Spectre was working with Ghost, versus Ghost pretty much like working by himself, or even collabing with other people, uh, I think it's helped him improve like in sense of like confronting like the predators themselves, the way he conducts like the interviews. And don't get me wrong, Ghost has every now and then gotten like a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
Uh,
True.
but overall, though, like if I were to like keep in check and like balance of like overall like how he is, he's maintained himself and like in check and like at peace and very like mellow type of attitude towards like the confrontation itself. But I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
wait,
Uh,
like CC?
yeah. No,
Yeah,
the Spectre. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, you gotta keep. You gotta be able to dilute the situation, and you don't want like a fucking maniac, screaming at people. No, like no matter how pissed off they get you, you can just.
That's the thing, man. Like I don't know. I haven't been on more than two like potential catches myself. Which by the way can only be viewed within the membership. Oh,
That's what I look like, guys.
oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm about to bump on the spot, bro. Just uh, no,
That's,
but
that's what I look like, guys.
I was gonna say, even though I haven't like been on like more than like two potential catches myself, for the most part, I know for a fact that when it comes to keeping myself like level headed and like focused and calm, I can do it, only because you're talking to somebody who, used to preach, used to, give conferences and seminars and all that. And I know what it is like to keep like myself calm in a, I guess, vocal or like presentable like situation. I don't know how you want to call it, but at least I've proven that to myself from, time and time again. So when it's pretty much like concerning like confronting somebody about this, being like a predator and all that, there's very few people that actually keep their cool. Alex is one of them. Ghost is another one. Um, there's very few of them. I would like to say, what was the old guy? Not old guy, but the old catcher from Predator Poachers Toronto. I forget his name.
Nate.
Nate. So I think he did a pretty good job, like keeping the school too, for the most part. Everybody else, they're really aggressive, which sometimes it does help to be aggressive, um, but sometimes it's like unnecessary. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I think like the main thing, like that you have to kind
The
of
main thing.
realize is that yeah, is that these kind of like like pedophilia, you're not gonna change a pedophile to not be a pedophile. So like going in, when we kind of do catches, we just kind of know that we're not gonna. You can't talk competitive. Like I feel like when they are aggressive, it's like usually it's because like in another situation they would try to talk someone out of doing something bad, but in this situation you can't change them from doing it at all. You really can't. So you have to just like gather as much information on them. It's almost like they're like an alien, and then just destroy them in court. So just like that's kind of the way I think of it.
Yeah, no, Red. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, but that's pretty
No, I
much
mean, yeah, you guys like summed it up pretty well.
awesome. All right, so let's hit play.
Carry on.
Can you guys hear the audio? Because I can barely hear it.
I can barely hear it too.
Oh.
And of course,
Slowly.
sometimes they clash. Ghost and the other
Yeah.
guy.
There you go. Yeah.
Sometimes they interrupt each other.
See, look, this is exactly what I was.
Once again,
If you listen to what I just said there, right? I was talking about the chemistry between Ghost and Spectre, and I was like pointing out that sometimes they would like, what's the word? Interrupt each other while confronting and interviewing the predator, right? And it happened a lot. It happened like so many times, and it wouldn't like get to the point where I would be annoyed by it, but you get to the point where I'm like, all right, guys, one of you have to like, tell the other one like, hey, all right, let me just finish my line of thought, and then you can come in or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's not a huge deal, but it happens often. So that's kind of like some of the bad things, or negative, I guess, feedback or constructive criticism, if you will, that I can say about them. But other than that, these guys are young. Okay, I think they're like both 21 or 22 or something like that. They have a lot of heart. They have a lot of drive and passion for the cause and for the mission. And they, I believe they're gonna go places and they're gonna do a lot better than
Jerry, thanks for joining us, bro. I know you're working, but hey, I appreciate your presence, man. Thank you.
3.5 thousand subscribers. They've got a bunch of videos. Yep, we got a bunch of videos. Can't really.
We get it, past Torre. We get it.
Right. How about tell myself, God dang it, man, just get to the other points.
We get it.
You know what? I'm actually gonna fast forward. Hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I don't want to rush you, but yeah, you should like. Who the fuck? Oh, that's one of the predators.
Oh snap!
Oh, PP Mass. Hey.
Speaking of Jay, man, look at number 3 spot. And I remember
I caught the chief of police, guys.
No, you know what's crazy? I remember like after this video, it was either Jay himself or somebody saying like, hold up, man, how you gonna have me at number 3, man? Like I've been like way more consistent. I've been like way more like into this thing, like way too deep. And I'm like, damn, bro, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking, especially after over a year. Okay, after over a year of like getting a chance, to, like get to know all these catchers individually and on a personal level, and watching the content. Dear God, this top 5 list has to be completely, and utterly revamped, like ASAP. But Jay, my bad, bro. You should have been a lot higher than that. At the time of this
I don't know what you're talking about because I caught the chief of police. I don't know why I'm at number 3.
He is driven. He is passionate. He does most, if not all, the catches by himself.
Oh my goodness!
Recording and everything by himself. Okay, he is fearless from what I've seen.
Right, still fearless.
I'll say like 5 or 6 videos off his channel concerning catches, and he is just fearless. He will straight up talk to any one of these guys.
Yep.
No shame.
No
holding back.
Jay has something that I honestly, and this is not me like brown nosing or like being a kid size, but I really do respect the guy because number one, if anybody like sees him like out in the open, that they might not see him as like such of a threat like right away, right? Because whoever's seen Jay in person, you know what I'm saying? Like, like he's tall, he's like skinny or whatever. But so once he starts talking, bro, and the aggressiveness that he has to his tone and the way he talks to you, the way he approaches you, that makes you think twice. It's like, oh, hold up, man, hold up. Like, yeah, it's not as easy as I thought. But I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. I don't know if you guys want to add to that, but
You better respect me, dog. I caught the chief of
Pretty
police.
much says what's on his mind. And I like that about him.
this
He maintains his
is also true.
composure at the same time. He's professional at the same time. Sometimes I think he's too aggressive
Yep.
about how he talks.
Right.
But in a sense, it's okay because once again, these predators need to be taught to a very
We get it, Jorge.
not they.
I mean, do you really get it?
I caught the chief of police. Of course, I get it.
So therefore, if you are,
All right, well, we're gonna
This
fast
is me
forward.
we're talking about.
let them know that you're in charge of the conversation. And
We're actually almost done with the list. Actually, all right, here we go.
Number 2.
Oh God!
No! Oh no!
What is that, dude?
Oh
Yo,
no!
I might need to take this video down completely, bro. Like just seeing this, it just makes me like want to throw up.
No, you know what? Because I think you were saying, you were saying something about maybe Jay needs like another spot. Me personally, I keep Jay at number 3 because certain people who are at number 1 and 2 maybe don't deserve to be in the top 5 at all. That's why I keep Jay at number 3. Not because he's not any better or any worse, just because some people at the top don't deserve to be anywhere near there anymore.
Yeah,
Like, if you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro!
Habibi, my Tesla, Habibi, my guy. Donate to my GoFundMe.
Yep. Hold on. So
yeah.
the hills have eyes is asking. What's this about? All right. So real quick to catch everybody up to speed. Okay, we're doing like a complete revamping of this top 5 predator catching list. Okay, we're doing this live, and I'm doing it with the help of y'all in the chat. All right, we're gonna do like a new voting. All right, and pretty much like pick out top 5, like new top 5 list of like predator catching channels.
We're doing live voting. No mail. None of that mail in crap.
Yeah.
Live voting.
All right. Here we go. Dear God, I can't believe this is.
Oh my God.
All right.
And at the number 2 spot.
More like number poop spot. But go ahead.
It's funny how we don't talk shit anymore. We just laugh. That's how pathetic it's become. We just laugh.
Oh man.
Right now, say what you want about Ronnie.
Oh, look. Speaking of people who deserve a spot on the list, they go FM. What up, FM?
Donations, yada yada yada. At the end of the day, all right, this guy.
All right. At the end of the day,
this guy's a prick. Let's move on. Move.
Yep.
Let's move on. At the end of the day, this guy threatened my life over 3 times. At the end of the day, this guy's a fucking junkie. Let's move on.
All right. So.
Oh yeah. No.
Before I continue, though,
God, I hate Pop Squad, man. I hate him.
I think he's gone now.
He thinks he's better than he's just like number 2. He thinks he changed legislation when it was already bound to be changed by his jurisdiction, and he's taking credit for laws that he didn't change and had no part in changing, and he looks down on everyone else as if they're like not doing it as well as him. I mean, bro, for any new catcher out there, if you take the Pop Squad approach, coming in already thinking you're all that, already thinking you're number 1, already looking down on other people, then you're not on the right track at all.
Yep, agreed. You want to add something, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, I think like a main issue that he does his catches is and I see a lot of other catchers do it, and I think I've even done it too. But like when they let the like they let everyone know that what the predator's there for. Like they start like showing like the predator's like there to meet a 14-year-old. That puts the public in danger because you don't know how someone's gonna react, and then it could create like a violent situation in front of you where you're trying to basically just gather information to forward it to the authorities and everything. So I've seen him kind of do that too, but it's just kind of like a problematic thing.
Whoa, what
He
happened?
just disappeared.
Yeah, he
I'm
did.
just kidding. I just booted him off.
What the hell?
We're better without him anyway.
What the heck?
Yeah. I have no clue what the hell happened.
All right,
Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. What
Yeah.
happened?
All right, I have no idea. Just click one button.
Oh,
Then don't click buttons then.
I thought we were trying to figure that out. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, just.
But that was good.
Like,
Yo, what? I'm sorry, bro. What drugs were you on when you put Pop Squad at number 1, man?
Wait, repeat that one more time, bro.
What substance were you on when you put Pop Squad at number 1?
Listen, bro. All right, I'm gonna tell you the honest truth of why I had placed them at number 1 at the time. Remember, this was more than a year ago. Okay. So at the time, right, when I was like watching all these different catches, he was like one of the few, if not the only one, where he would like go, everything was straightforward. I'm here, you're here. This is why I'm here. This is why you're here. This is why I'm gonna confront you or whatever. You know, tell me like why were you here? Why were you about to do this? He kept everything like so. It was like a structure to it. It was like a guide or like a map. It was very airtight. Like everything he said and how he said it and how he approached the situation. It looked very confident. It looked very straightforward. Very organized, if you will. And I just like the way he laid everything out, like when confronting, of course. Everything else that you said earlier hit the nail on the head, and it's for the same reason. It's like you can kind of like tell, like underline his personality would kind of like skim through like what he was doing, and you could kind of tell, like you said, like he had that condescending like tone to him.
Yeah,
And all that.
it's like listening to him talk. It just doesn't come off as likable at all, man. Not at all. I mean, he's not like number 2, but still, like with this whole thing about being like looking down on other catchers who are doing it just as, if not better than him, than he ever will. I mean, and falsely taking credit for legislation that was due to be changed. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, that's a big.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yep. So, but at the time, I already kind of like explained like why I gave him that spot. But obviously, my nigga, what the what the hell is that? What were you cleaning? What were you doing? All right. So okay, that was back then. It's been over a year, and I think Pop Squad tried to make a comeback like a few weeks ago or a few months ago. But I haven't really like
Pop Squad. If Pop Squad were to come back, he'd get obliterated, my guy. Obliterated. Literally, in this, like the way the community is right now, he'd get shredded to pieces. No one would. He'd get shredded. I mean, he's not literally like no one's gonna forget how you basically just anyone that isn't you isn't doing it as good or as professional as me. It's everyone else's fault but mine. It's no one's gonna forget that. No other catcher's gonna want to associate with you.
Yeah, an issue I saw him have was like even though he's done like over like I don't know 150, 200 catches, like he's very like late in and doing catches. Like he was actually kind of not like willing to give his information to the police, that's like the first line of people that are gonna get a conviction. So like he was kind of being difficult with the police and like not giving him his ID. It's like the main thing is you have to give all your information to the police. So it's kind of weird that still like he's not like trying to create a good relationship with the police and in recent catches after all that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, we can't expect, okay, to get the most out of, or the most effectiveness out of like the catches and the confrontations and evidence if like we're not willing to work hand in hand with like the authorities or like comply to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? I know like some of these guys out here, they want to be what's the word I'm looking for? uh, I don't want to say like a sovereign citizen, but something close to that, to where they're like, oh no, I don't have to show you anything. Oh, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do. I know my rights. Listen, man, when you're trying to get a conviction and when you're trying to pretty much have the most effectiveness of what you're doing, you have to comply with all those stuff.
Hold on. I'm really sorry to interrupt. I just read this really dumb. I mean, I'm sorry. Let me just read this comment out.
Go ahead.
What if somebody that you caught had no choice but to do it, or their family was dead? What?
What?
Do what? Do
What?
do what?
All right.
Okay, let's break this down. Okay. What if someone that you had caught had no choice but to do it, or their family was dead? So, hold on. Okay, let's keep going. I never really thought about that either. It's popped in my head, and that's never happened to you guys. Hold on. Okay.
What are we talking about there, though?
What are we I mean, so are you proposing that? So are you creating the scenario where someone says, "Hey, if you don't meet this minor," hold on. Say like Rami's invisible hitman, like just points a gun to your head and says, "Hey, if you don't go meet this minor and try to do stuff with this minor, we will kill your family." Is that what you're trying to say? What?
Yeah.
What kind
Not
of
only scenario.
what kind of Hollywood movie script is that? Like what?
That's worse than Taken 3. What?
What? What kind of scenario did you cook up in your head?
Oh, see, look, Fraser and me, and Fraser's comment just popped up after I said what I just said, but he said,
That sounds like a Taken movie.
yeah.
He's like you either
Yo,
you meet with an underage kid, or we'll kill your family. Like what?
yeah, that's weird.
Let's
Unless
move on.
I mean, I'm gonna assume that we missed out on some context, some like something that happened in the chat area that we're not aware of, and we just kind of like like taking it the wrong way. But if not, please, Richie, was it? Explain yourself, because that was weird.
Please.
Wait, but
I'd
like,
like to
yeah,
know.
but even worse though, like most of the time, it wouldn't be like an interaction with the predator catch organization. It would be like the police or something doing a sting. So like if someone was threatening your life, then the police would just protect you from the person trying to kill you. Like, and then you'd be able to explain away. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Cartel does it all the time. They have to somehow lure children to reflect slave. That's what I'm talking. What? I mean, no.
All right. Once again, let's break this comment down.
Cartel. Okay. The cartel does it all the time. So the cartel blackmails guys into having sex with children.
I mean, I could see like the other way around, like yeah, like having like somehow like the kids, you know what I'm saying, like do some kind of like.
I mean, I reckon that I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's fucking
I don't
film
get it.
industry. Yeah, me neither. I mean, I strongly suggest we just move on. It's just not in a real situation. It just wouldn't happen.
Yo, we got Sweet Baby Ray saying Epstein threatened R. Kelly's career if he didn't piss on that girl.
Free R. Kelly.
Why wouldn't they have a choice? What do you mean?
Exactly. I mean, it makes it. I don't know. I'm finding it
Like
hard to comprehend.
sometimes they would traffic children like for a sick person, but like it's not the other way around where they say, oh, you have to be like, I don't know.
Let's finish roasting the fuck out of Pop Squad.
Okay, all right. Listen to me. Just press play. So
and at the
let me hear why I chose him as number
the
one.
BOP squad, or often referred to as the Pop Squad, right?
Dear
Now,
God.
how these guys only have these many subscribers, I have no idea. Because let me
It still
tell you something,
surprises me nowadays.
right? If you combine pretty much the number 2 and the number 3 spot,
It's past Jorge, like Jorge from like a year ago that's talking.
are extremely legit in the sense that they
This
are
is the
very
old Jorge,
direct with the mission.
the
They
gullible
don't
and
beat around the
innocent
bush.
Jorge.
They don't
We
was
got
simple.
PCM
time. They go straight
in
to
the
the
chat.
point. They
Oh, we do?
show
All right, hold on, hold on.
They show,
Yo,
hey, you're caught.
what's going
We have
on?
the evidence
What's going on,
against you,
girl?
so you better talk.
Get
Or else,
it.
or otherwise.
And
While at the
Shonda, don't
same
laugh at
time,
me.
you
I was trying to be
allow it,
professional at the time,
right?
okay?
And pretty much let them know, hey, like, we're not holding you here. We're not chaining you here. We're not.
So basically, I was just pointing out, once again, the structure that he had to his catches. It was pretty much like straightforward, like, hey, listen, uh, you were talking to us, so don't BS us. Like, we know why you're here. So that being said, why were you here? Like, what made you come here with her? So there was a structure to it that I liked, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, could see as like something organized and all that. So that's why, I gave him that spot. But that being said, all right, let's do a quick voting session, all right, within the live chat over here. Nowadays, all right, it's been over a year, okay, over a year since I made this list. Now, let me have everybody's number 5th spot in the chat area. Like, we'll start before we get to the chat area, but y'all can start typing catches in. But mine and Red, who do you guys vote in to be like currently like number 5 spot?
Number 5. Fuck. I mean, there's tons.
So is that like people that are like the best, but like not, but like best one? Did we already establish the
top
top
5.
4? Or?
Wait, hold on, Red, what the hell?
What? What?
Yeah.
There's like some sweeping and some odd noises going on there.
Oh, it's because like I'm literally lifting my laptop with my thumb.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna set it back down. I didn't realize it was making a noise. I didn't realize it was making a noise.
I mean, yeah. What about Anxiety War? He's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm sawing up. Let me not say that, or else one of the fucking my guy haters is gonna probably call the cops. Oh, he's doing. Look at Dead Twist's comment. That's what I don't want to say.
Oh, hold on. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I see it. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna pick it up, but yeah, he said.
Let me not be a moron and then say something online that could be used against me. So.
Yeah, yeah, but actually, something to appreciate though about Pop Squad is like he kind of there wasn't much before him doing this, and kind of like I think that Predator Catchers now they kind of have like previous Predator Catchers to kind of go off of to kind of hone their techniques and everything. So like Pop Squad I think was like very early on with like very little behind him. So I think like that being kind of a pioneer in it does kind of deserve something.
Yeah, no, I agree, and you're right. I think if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong here, but if I'm not mistaken, I remember Ghost actually saying one time that some of how he does what he does, like some of the structure to it, or the strategy, actually stems from Nito from Pop Squad. So
Hold on, real quick. Can we answer War Meets World question? Put it up.
yeah, hold on. Let me.
War Meets World.
All right, so yeah, I highly doubt it, but I don't know.
I mean, take the
I
last
highly doubt
15 minutes that we'll never get back.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that question even deserves an answer, but I don't know. Like,
how the fuck are you guys not mentioning the original Creep Catcher?
yeah.
Oh yeah, 30 Creep Catchers. Yeah, they're actually really good.
They don't do it anymore though, so fuck them.
Yeah, the only thing that kind of irked me was like sometimes they referred to themselves as vigilantes, which they're not.
Like,
You know?
don't do that. Like, you're not fucking
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah,
Or
like
like,
they're not,
yeah,
and they're not violent. They do it very well, and they're not being vigilantes. So, but they
yeah.
call
I mean,
themselves.
you call yourself a vigilante, you're just asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble.
Yeah.
Like, if you vigilantism, like, not fucking, I don't know, Batman or something. You don't go beating people up for no reason. That's other people do. Hey, I'm not saying like, people who lure in these guys and have their way with them don't exist, because I'm pretty sure there are.
Before we continue that line of thought,
Oh, thugged out Thursdays.
well, I highly consider that, sir. I will highly consider that for sure. But yeah, man, like I tell people all the time, and there's a lot of new people that watch these catches and whatever, and they're rooting the catcher on, but then they're like, oh, why don't you turn off the cameras and beat them up, or why don't you like do
Because
this
you
and that?
lose your case. I mean, unless you're a blonde, poor excuse for a husband, that takes swings at people, that don't swing initially, then you have no good reason to beat up a predator. You lose your case, you
Exactly.
lose your any sort of credibility and reputation. You lose all of that.
Yep.
It's like with one swing, just because you
Yep.
got riled up and want to prove how tough you are against like a
Yep.
twig of a guy,
Yep.
and then you could be like, oh yeah, I beat that guy up. The guy didn't even swing. I mean, I'm just veering. I'm veering off right now into the
Look
whole
at the
gap
Sharpie Predator.
The
Is that the
Sharpie
Sharpie
Predator.
Predator?
Oh my god, yeah.
That,
Did you
that was
wait? What was that?
that was the Sharpie Predator, right?
No,
Uh,
I don't recall that. What's that about?
No, that was where like the Dads Against Predators like beat up the guy. That was a catch.
yeah, like
Oh,
he swung for no reason, no good reason.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you're talking about now. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's like, get out of my face. Like he's like, get out
yeah,
of my face as he's barging into the predator. Like what? And then you take a swing? What the
yeah.
hell is wrong with you, bro?
yeah. I mean, it's like good content. You want to see like a predator like in front of like that, but at the same time, it hurts the case. It's like you want to send them to prison. You want to
And
get them out of society.
then charge $30 to watch the entire thing. Like,
Whoa. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's like pay-per-view.
yeah,
I'm a big advocate that if you at any point in time while doing a confrontation or catch are sensing that like you just said, like you're getting riled up and you want to take a swing at the guy or whatever, then you know what I'm saying, like switch out with one of the team members or something.
no,
But
but the other guy is just as much of a crackhead. The other guy was just as much into it. It doesn't help when your partner is just as for beating up the predator as you are.
yeah,
It doesn't
that is
help.
true.
It doesn't
Yeah.
help when you have
Yeah,
two fucking lunatics just beating up predators. It just doesn't help.
Yeah,
yeah.
no,
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think like Dads Against Predators had a lot of like potential, honestly, and it's like it's kind of like sad to see like some catches like form executed like poorly like that. But yeah, it's kind of just like I really think they're coming from like a genuine place, but they have to channel like their frustration and their like them wanting to fix things
Oh, hold on,
in
hold on,
another
hold on,
way.
hold on,
Like,
hold on. Courtney, I love you. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Man, get that out of here.
oh
But it's true. It's true. Like, I mean, obviously that makes complete sense. Like, if, and that's a big if. In his case, that was the actual situation where his team members are just as hot headed or not as stable as they should be. So yeah, I would get how that wouldn't help. But that's why either two things: either you kind of like take a moment to like breathe and like walk away for a few and just like gather your thoughts and gather your patience, right? And if you have a team member that's actually capable of like keeping us cool, switch out. But if not, if neither of those things is like available to you right there and then just like call the cops at that point in time, because you can't just end the catch right there. All right. And that's number one. You can't just
Yeah,
abruptly like end the catch. And
exactly.
and you can't also like turn off the cameras, because what's going to happen? The people who's watching, they're like, oh, now they're going to do it. Now they're going to like probably beat them up like behind the scenes or whatever. So what are your options? Either call the cops, take a moment to breathe and like walk away for a few, or if there's someone capable of keeping the peace, try to switch out with them. If none of that's available to you, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I
Catches.
mean, I don't know what
Yeah.
got it. I don't know what got into him. I mean, I don't know if he was. I don't know if he like looked at the predator and then like I don't know. I don't know if like in his eyes like he was looking at the predator, but I don't know if for a split second like the vision of the predator turned into like a vision of his wife, and that's why he took a swing. But I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I mean, yeah, the way I think of it is I think that if you're angry about something, you're angry enough to do that, you have to
Right.
find out what the root of that anger is. And I think that 90% of the time it's going to be that you think that this is a guy doing something bad, and like anything else, you can kind of talk the guy out of being a bad guy, kind of. But you're not understanding like that's not even a fixable problem. Like you might as well like have no like don't like beat the guy up to change. Like this person is not going to change. They're designed that way, and we got to just literally gather information for the government to deal with them. It's
Like
like I feel like it stems from it
he
like
drew
stems from
blood.
this.
He drew
Yeah.
blood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Saw that. It was like
Yeah,
I think he
and
broke teeth too. Like he like lost teeth or whatever.
Yep.
yeah, and then you charge $30 for it. Like it's
Yeah, it's like
ridiculous.
you can't change them. You cannot change them. You have to literally just get rid of them. That's all you have to do. Like
Yeah.
you have to just know like these people are like predisposed and
Yeah,
pre-designed
get
just
rid of them as in
destroy
put them
lives.
in jail, not get rid of them as in get rid of them like out of this existence.
Yeah,
Like you
almost
put
like
them in jail.
almost like it's like an alien predator. That's the way I think of it. Like it's like you're gathering information on like a dangerous alien or something, and then you're sending that information to the government for them to deal with it. Like they're not fixable, anything like that.
Right.
Let me just say this, and well, hold on. Let me show my face while I'm saying this. Um, Now, let's get one thing straight. I do agree with what you're saying, bro, and 1,000% I do agree. Um, however, however, and I've spoken about this in the past on some of the live streams or whatever. Hell, even me and Sweet Baby Ray have talked about this, and we have yet seen a different approach on these catches where we're not saying like, hey, you can definitely for sure change, but I don't think there's been like anybody who has at least opened themselves up to the possibility of allowing that person to work towards a change. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't end up changing at all, which is more than likely what will happen, because if they already have that mindset, then it's kind of hard to like actually like come out of that. But the fact that they're not giving that option of like, listen, whether or not you can change or not, I don't know that. Only God and you know that, right? But that being said, you know, here's a few contacts that you can reach out to, and start some type of like therapy or something, anything that provides some type of guidance to where they're at least walking towards a change or trying to walk towards a change. If that makes any sense. I
Oh
know.
I
yeah,
mean,
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, my response to that is actually that could be a very important part of evidence against them. Like let's say you can say like okay, like give them all the help, whatever it is, and have and document that as well. And then then if that doesn't go through, then you can there's now evidence that not only they did what they did, but that they're very unrehabilitatable. They're not responding to treatment. They're not going to treatment. They're not kind of following through. So you can even document that they're not seeking rehabilitation. In some rare scenario where it's possible they could get rehabilitated, like you could allow it to happen, but if not, most of the time it's not going to happen, and then you can document its failure, and that's actually more evidence against them if they do fail.
That's actually pretty good. That's a really good point, and I'm glad that you actually brought that up because I had never considered that being even like a possibility, like that you can actually use that for
Right.
the case itself. So that's pretty good, man.
Hold on. Do we have simping in the chat going on here?
I have absolutely no idea.
We got Pedro.
Oh, we
She's
did get
just
a
oh yeah, donate
donation, Baby Ray.
fuckers.
It's a $5 donation saying donate, and y'all know I can't cuss, but he said donate.
Jorge's beard filler ain't cheap. Also, PP Ryan is a savage, and he has my respect for never backing down. Hey, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Very
his street cred just rose through the fucking
skyrocketed,
roof, skyrocketed, bro.
just
Oh,
like XRP will eventually at some point at the end of this year or next year. Not shilling it, not financial advice, but yeah. Anyways, moving on. But for real, bro, for real, that was a good point that you brought up, Ryan. Damn, that's really good, and I'm glad you brought that up because that leads me to a question. Wait, hold on. We got Courtney asking you, PP Ryan, are you happy with the $1.99 donation? Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that, and thank you, Sweet Ray.
I'm here. Yeah. Good stream.
I appreciate that, bro. So my life is saying scroll to comment section. I remember I dropped. Oh, I can't do that from here though. My life. Can somebody tell me like in the regular YouTube chat if y'all can go to the comment area and like let me know what my life put as her top 5. I'll appreciate it. Damn, I lost my train of thought, but I think I was gonna ask like what else aside from the usual evidence and like proof or whatever of like obviously the actions that were trying to be happened. I don't know how to phrase that, but the predator.
Wait, hold on. Wait. What? Trying to be happened? Wait.
I know, bro. I know.
Wait. What were you trying to say? Let's help you. Let's go back to kindergarten real quick.
Let's rewind it and rephrase.
Let's rewind.
So, aside from the usual evidence, right, that's used against these predators, such as like screenshots, text messages, phone calls, and now the newly presented evidence that Ryan was talking about, how if that person indeed, at the very least, was willing to, what I'm saying, get some type of like help or therapy, what type of like new evidence can we add on to that list?
Intent. You could say. I could say like, hey, I want a fucking, can you buy me a halal, right? And then if he brings me that halal, I could just wait until the fucking cops come and he's like, hey, this guy bought me a halal thinking I was a 13, 14-year-old guy or kid that asked him for, you'll see in the chat, hey, I asked him, hey, can you buy me a halal? And here's the halal. And then I don't know if I can eat it afterwards or if you're going to take the halal as evidence, but that halal is proof of intent. As with anything else, like a drink, a fucking a White Claw, or like a sandwich, or a taco, whatever the hell, food, beverage, a gift, intent. That's it proves intent. Because that just further solidifies the case. Because like you could kind of dance around. Cop can kind of dance around everything else. It's like, oh, was that him? Is there a real victim? But you show them a bag of fucking Gatorade and say a bottle of White Claw, especially if it's something illegal, like a White Claw or like a beer or something like that, because that just further you now delve into the realm of intoxicating a minor and stuff like that. So that just makes his situation 10 times worse. But either way, that's just like an icing on the cake if you can get that lucky. But anything else, like a beverage or a drink or a gift or food or I don't know, like intent, whatever, like that the guy is going to give to you thinking that you're a 14, 13-year-old, that proves intent. And that, I think, should be kind of popularized more. Because I think that could solidify certain cases.
I feel like Ryan's been itching to say something, bro. Ryan, you want to say something?
Yeah, it's kind of two things, but I have kind of consulted with like a person. I think it's like he works at the district attorney's office. But even if you're kind of finding out that they're continuing to engage in activities, So like these kind of same activities, like you could easily go if you want to even increase the strength of your case, you could actually go where that predator is, and then you could go where that predator is and see if they're gonna go after another decoy, and then it's just more and more evidence. So it's kind of like you can always every day improve your case. And beyond that, as far as like during the catch, a lot of times they're gonna lie or whatever. I would say this: give denial a voice, where you can just hear all of what they're gonna say and let them talk as much as possible. You don't need to like kind of superimpose like what's actually true. Let them talk. Their story won't add up, and then you can point out some inconsistencies and then pose them as questions for them to answer. Like one thing, I remember Andrew, one of our catches, like he said something like he knew it was a sting, and then I kind of just said back to him, okay, so if you knew it was if you knew it was like a police sting or something like that, that's kind of confusing to me. Like why would you show up to a situation where you would just be arrested? Like why would you? So it's kind of posing like inconsistencies as questions, and also see if they're gonna anything that's going to show that they're doing the same thing is just gonna build a case. You can build a case every day pretty much.
Now that being said, like going back to like, hopefully this won't really mess things up from good points that you broke just brought up, but kind of going back to what Red said earlier, like I don't know, man. I feel like we've seen that strategy of intent in the past like so many times. Whether it be like ghosts, having the guy show up with like ruffles and Pepsi and something else. But my question is, although it makes sense what you're saying, and I agree. Obviously, if we could get that to happen every time, that'd be like perfect. But how much weight would that really have? You know what I'm saying? Like in a court of law, like yeah, they agreed to bring all that other stuff, but when it gets down to the other stuff, they can like find ways of kind of like denying or making up some type of excuse, or just kind of be like, oh, yeah, I brought all that stuff here, but for the other stuff, I was just wanting to protect the child or whatever, or how they just make up excuses as they go, So
But the proof is
how old would
there.
it be?
That's what you got to say. That's what like you got to pose it to him this way. Let's say I was born yesterday, and I believe all the bullshit that you're telling me. Let's uh let's pretend for a second that I buy what you're saying and you're not completely bullshitting me. Let's pretend that we're on the same side. Let's pretend that I believe you. Now, if I were to call the cops, would they believe us? Like, look at the messages. Look at the messages you sent. Look at the messages you sent, and let's say I believe you. Will the cops believe you?
Yeah, I
Like
see what you're
that's
saying. Yeah.
yeah. Will the cops believe you? Let's yeah. Yeah. You gotta you gotta put it to them that way. Like it's not up to me. If I were to show this to a police officer, let's say I show it to them, like what would they think? You know?
I mean, that's the other thing, bro. And I hate to say this because I mean I have my dad's cousin has been in law enforcement for like years. I want to say like somewhere around like 20 years, right? And I know the guy personally. I know he's like my second cousin, and I know him, and I know how he is. He's a pretty like straight arrow type of guy, right? And so, but there's very few of them like that in law enforcement, bro. And this is not to throw shade on law enforcement or police, nothing like that. I have no beef and no problem with the police. The Whoever's in the law enforcement and actually does things right and respects, civilians and all that, and their rights and all this stuff, I'm cool with them. But the problem is that for the most part, like, you know, once again, not to throw shade at them, but from what I've seen and what I've like looked into and like heard or whatever, it's not a good look. So it's like, should I even like trust the person that I'm like bringing up all this evidence and information to, kind of like should I even uh care if this person, which I should, because
Like,
obviously you want the law enforcement to work with you. Yeah.
no, yeah, but like you don't like that's what I tell Ryan constantly. Like if they ever decide to stop working with you, the goal is to get them exposed. Like fuck everything else, you know. Once that video is out on the ether, like given how powerful the community is, once that video is out of you trying to meet a minor, then your life is done.
Yeah,
Whether or not you end up getting booked or arrested for your crimes, your life is done. You will never find employment ever again. You will never be accepted into any type of social structure ever again.
Yep.
yeah,
And I agree
just
with
that.
that.
Yeah, just like as a point to make though, like I feel like a lot of like I saw like in one article about another predator catcher, they said something about like leave the policing to us, as if like that's what we're trying to do. Is we have to really frame ourselves as journalists, because that's all we are. Where all we do is we gather information. We have the right to gather information in a voluntary, legal, and ethical way. And then journalists, like there's a precedent of journalists giving useful information to the police. And if we it's like competing with the police is that's like trying to outrun a fish. Like what the police do is their only role is to apply the law to information. We can't do that, so we're not even we're not playing the same game. So like there's no reason why they should kind of look at it like we're competing with the police or trying to be the police or anything.
Yeah, it's like yeah, like Muncie says, it's the lawmakers, it's the
Yep.
judicial system. It's you don't know what kind of goings on that's happening back. Literally, literally I guarantee you there's some predators who would rather go to jail than have their video. Like if you put, hey, make um okay, let's just put Tommy. Make Tommy in front of you holding a camera. Make Tommy disappear like Thanos snap. Make Tommy disappear and go to jail. Okay, make Tommy disappear and go to jail, or don't go to jail but have your video posted. I think 99.9% of predators would rather make Tommy disappear and then go to jail rather than get blasted online, you know?
Yeah, like desperate people do desperate things. That's like some dangerous, definitely.
Yeah, like
Like
if you get
like getting
booked,
attacked.
yeah, like if you get booked, I mean, like the police, I mean, it depends on the outcome, right? Because then if you're ultimately you end up having to register as an offender, then yeah, it's gonna get out to the public. But then if nothing else, and if nothing comes of it, then you're pretty much in the clear, you know. And without that video, you're pretty much in the clear. So I pretty much, if you gave predators a choice between having their video put out online and then just simply going to jail, I think they'd pretty much all go to jail rather than
Yeah,
have their video put out on the internet for thousands of people to see.
yeah. I got my money on Chris, by the way, on that one.
Wait, what? What I miss?
No, it's I don't know where the comment is. Yeah, I have my
Hold on,
money
hold
on
on,
Chris.
hold on. Coming out of this corner, PP Ryan versus Chris LaRoche. Got my money on PP Ryan.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god, man.
I'm on Team LaRoche. That one.
Oh my god. Imagine.
I'll referee it. I'll referee it. I'll be like the peacekeeper. Be like, all right, guys, y'all know the
Bro,
rules.
imagine LaRoche doing a coup de grace off the top rope and then like hitting Ryan. I don't know if anyone gets it. I don't know if anyone in the chat like knows what a coup de grace is. Imagine him doing like a coup de grace onto Ryan.
It's like so fast. It'd be like you'd hear the like good foot.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but all I see happening is the fight going on and me being the referee, and somehow Alex just kind of like hidden within the crowd. He comes out and like pulls me like under the ropes, and
Bro, Alex comes out, the ring's gonna implode, bro. Like the fucking. Like remember like Big Show and anyone like who's a wrestling fan, remember when like Big Show and fucking Brock Lesnar, they did like that suplex off the top rope and it just imploded the fucking ring.
Oh god, yeah, I remember that actually.
Yeah, like it was like Brock Lesnar. I don't know how he managed to get 500-pound Big Show over his head.
I'm pretty sure he broke some from freaking herniated disc or something. I don't know.
No, and then they did it again, and like 5 years ago with like Strowman and Big Show. That was like fucking 800 pounds slamming onto the fucking mat, and it just imploded the entire thing. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. It's up to you guys who wins that fight. You know.
I mean, listen.
At the next Predator Con. That sounds so wrong and so right in so many ways. Predator Con.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
It sounds wrong. It sounds absolutely Predator Con. Imagine. Some people get the wrong idea, and then you have like, I don't know, Jamie showing up, or like
you'd have Predator showing up. You'd have Predator showing up and Predator catchers
like,
showing up.
Where's the kids? And like, no, that's not what we meant. Predator Con as in Predator catchers, you know.
Wait a second. Hold on. Hold that thought. Pills. Waiting on what? Did I not do something that I should have done? Am I in trouble? What's going on here? And of course, this time, Damon Bobby, what's going on, man? But all right. So getting back to the topic here.
Yeah.
And leaving the wrestling to for another day because we will conjure up some type of like event along those lines. But yeah, so let's go back to like actually deciphering who actually deserves spots on this top 5 list because you know a lot has changed in over a year. So who do we say is number 5 right now?
Number 5, I put Samuel CP catcher. I don't know if anyone agrees with me. Samuel number 5. I put Samuel at number 5.
That's a tough one, bro, because I think he deserves like a lot more exposure, and obviously I've had some of his catches on this channel before, and he's great at what he does. But then again, it's like I feel like I don't know if it's me or what, but I don't see him consistently like putting out catches. I don't know if I'm wrong for saying that. But.
No, funny story, because remember how in his first video or like first 2 videos, he literally just copied Rami's script?
Oh.
Like, did anyone catch? Okay, funny bit. Not to like hate on CP Catcher, but his first 2 videos, he literally copied Rami's script line for line.
How so?
And like he was saying things like, "They're gonna obliterate you, my guy."
Are you serious?
I'm so serious. I put it on Everything I Love.
What the heck?
I put it on Everything I Love. He copied Rami's script line by line. It was like literally like I don't know who was it that copied Michelle Obama's script or speech. But anyway, yeah, he took Rami's whole shtick line by line and recited it to the Predator. He was like, "Yo, trash can, my guy," and like he said, "You'll get absolutely obliterated, brother."
Oh
and stuff like
that.
Yeah.
You know something crazy is like when Rami actually started the trash can thing. He actually the Predator was someone I knew. Went to school with. It was in the Massachusetts Stinghouse, and he kind of pointed at trash can. It was like the first time he like used it. He actually caught someone I know. It was the second most viewed video on his page. It's like has like 450,000 views.
Right.
What?
Like, yeah, you never know, like who you know.
God.
Yeah.
Now that is interesting.
But yeah, like he pretty much like his entire script, like his entire monologue, like his baked, tired, unfunny monologue. He basically copied it. But then after those 2 videos, he never did it again ever. He grew into his own. He got his own style. And yeah, he look how many subs he has. He has like 40,000. You know, he's a decent size for a Predator catcher. That did not sound right, but he's in terms of channel, he's that's why I put him at number 5. That's why he's my number 5 in the top 5.
Ryan, what about you, Ryan?
Yeah,
Who's number 5, man?
I like Anxiety War probably. I'd say, because like I mean the one thing I kind of have an issue with is like the paywall thing, but just the way he executes his catches, like and is really kind of. I mean, he kind of makes a point about kind of the legal process and like what needs to be done. Like there's certain district attorneys and attorney generals that are going to be opponents, and he kind of highlights the political aspect of it, which which kind of needs to be the focus. So I would definitely say Anxiety War, probably in that one.
Okay, yeah. If I had to like pick, man, it's tough, man, because once again, there's so many channels out there and so many profiles out there, and is I don't know. To a certain point, I should like broaden the list to like top 10, just because top
Who
5.
said Wu County Catchers? Oh,
What?
Wu County Catchers. Yo, what happened to these most like a little bit off topic? What happened to these certain obscure predator catchers? Like they just did it and then they got bored and they just never did it again. Those can go fuck themselves. But other ones who were doing it and they were pretty good at doing it. Like where the fuck is Pedo got caught? I want to
Oh yeah, I
know
remember that.
if anyone has any idea where Pedo got caught from New Jersey. Pedo got caught. As if anyone has any idea where they went, please let me
That's
know
a
because I
very good
want to
question.
know where the hell they went because they had potential. They honestly did.
You know what I think it is though, bro? Like at the same time, like okay, let's say they start doing it, right? And um I think there's so many factors that kind of like help you like or help motivate you keep doing it or not. Number one, like support. Like if I feel like sometimes if you go out and do this, and obviously you're doing it on your own time, you're doing it with your own equipment, you're doing it at your own expense, knowing the consequences, right?
Right.
But no one like supports you, or no one supports you as much as you would need to. And when I say support, I mean like actually like sharing the videos, getting involved within that channel's community and being like, all right, how do I help? Do you guys need like a decoy? That type of support, right? So when that is missing, it's kind of like, damn, I feel like alone. I feel like I'm not really doing as good as I think I am. No one's like really uh, sharing the content so we can get this person like
Right.
arrested or like so that plays a big factor. And I think people or catchers that have like gone away. I'm not saying that's the case for all of them, but I want to say for like a good portion of them, it's because of that like lack of support from the community itself. Um,
Yeah.
Right. I just want to say real quick, Courtney, I know I exude like all that masculinity that females love and die for, but like, why the she wants a face reveal.
a face
Like,
reveal.
go up a little bit.
Hold on, let me go back.
I
And it
mean,
was
I
Actually, I
don't
already
something.
want.
saw Face
I mean,
Reveal.
I don't want CC Unit to get any ideas. That I'm somehow interfering.
Oh man, I don't know, bro. Like, keep the guessing game going on a
Yeah.
little further.
There
You
there was
know,
a comment earlier that was like, oh, uh, do you ever worry about showing your face and if you potentially catch a predator, then will they ever be able to trace it back to you? Like, do you ever worry about that? I mean, I'll go first because it's not important, but uh, I'm not. It's not the predators that I'm worrying about pissing off. It's the predator catchers that I'm worrying about pissing off because like they can they have an army of 120,000 people who on multiple occasions have expressed the desire to delete me from existence. So yeah, but I reckon for the actual catchers, then yeah, that's a valid question. I mean, Ryan, you're a catcher here.
Yeah,
Yep.
and we all know who he's talking about. I mean, if you don't know who he's talking about, then you're brand new in this community.
Yeah, and yeah,
But
Ryan, you're a catcher. Like, how would you? What do you think about all that? You know, like about a predator potentially finding out who you are.
Yeah, well, actually, there's kind of two things to that. One, like most of the danger that could happen is actually on the scene of a catch. Just kind of want to say as like a PSA, to not ever like go alone on a catch, because because actually a catch recently turned into like a violent unarmed robbery, and we couldn't find the guy. So, like, just kind of a caution, never go alone. But mainly as far as like them tracking you down or identifying you, I don't know. I mean, you got to be kind of discreet about that. Like, you know,
I'm sorry. I'm
trying to
sorry.
figure out like how to. It's like I don't
Wait.
know. It's honestly, it's like the bigger. The problem is like the bigger, like your channel, whatever will get, the more likely it's possible for someone to, just like gather information to
Yeah,
dox you.
yeah,
right, true.
yeah.
And
Wait, yeah.
yeah,
I want
like
to. John Doe asks, is he talking about Cassidy Campbell? Yeah, guys. Cassidy Campbell is after me, guys. Cassidy Campbell is after me.
yeah, I got robbed. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
bad day.
Wait, bro. Yeah, you have to like, yeah, like your members of your crew have to be like at least like 6 foot. You know,
At least.
at least 6 foot. You know, because like you want to surround yourself like with.
Well,
Yeah, you have people that defend yourself. Like, do you know any like form of martial arts? Like, can you do like
no. But
Chwaya?
I mean, not necessarily. It's kind of like you just need a bunch of witnesses. It's like no one's gonna like attack someone, steal their phone or whatever, so they can't record the catch and then and then run off if like they're in broad daylight. You know what I mean? But if they're in like my situation, I was in a college campus. There was no. It was a night. No one was there. There was no one there. So it was kind of opportune to do that basically. And yeah, we couldn't find the guy. It's like so you got to basically as long as you just have witnesses, that's key. It's all about witnesses. You know,
That was your. What did they rob? What did they rob
my
you
phone,
of?
my phone.
Your phone. So
Yeah.
that's your second time getting robbed.
No, that
Man,
was first time.
No,
That
no,
was
no.
first time.
It was your second time getting robbed because that guy robbed your phone, and then the predator at the hotel robbed your virginity.
I thought you were okay. Shit, I know.
get out of here, yo.
I was like, I'm not telling two stories. You know,
JDQ,
there'd
keep
be,
me safe.
there's gonna be so much jokes about that forever. Even if
Yes.
we do like 300 catches, it's gonna
Yeah,
be like,
I mean, it's because of that your street cred rose. You know how you handle it. Like, but that's
yeah.
that's why people are subscribing to you. That's why people like you.
And that, sir, is what I call, winning the small battles that lead to winning the war. What I mean by that is keep being you, bro,
Yeah,
because
keep being you.
as far as like I'm concerned, like as long as you keep doing what you do and how you do it, right, and keep doing things the right way, the correct way, keeping you cool, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna like see that and they be like, well, damn, like there's not many of them like that out there like that, you know what I'm saying? And it makes you unique, right? So that being said, I mean, I'm not like no big like spokesperson or whatever, but for sure you got my blessing. Like and not that that really matters because it really doesn't. I'm just like one of you guys. Like I'm not like a big name or even a catcher myself, and I don't pretend to be one. But personally, you got my blessing and you got my respect for sure.
I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Because like you haven't apologized like 50 million times.
Get out of here.
But anyway, yo, I gotta be on my best behavior. You know why? JDQ, are you aware
No, now
of
see.
like the?
Well, hold on. But before you and not to cut you off,
All right,
before you
yeah.
put that up, let me just say this, y'all. Okay, JDQ has been under a rock for the last like few weeks and months. Let's get that straight, okay? So if you're gonna if you're gonna bring up something like political or something that happened on one of the channels or something that happened, I am going to act like a newborn baby, and I'm gonna be like, nope, don't know what you're talking about. I've been living under a rock for the last few months. So that being said, go ahead, take it away, Red.
So the reason I have to be on my best behavior and limit my jokes is because on Sunday, this Sunday, if everything goes to plan, this Sunday at 12 p.m. on the dot, I will be interviewed by What's Your Story?
No, are you serious?
I am so serious. I am so serious. I am going to be like I don't know if it's his like recent or most recent interview or like fleshed out interview since the whole shit went down. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Uh, I will be on his podcast, which um really quickly before I shut my mouth and continue to be on my best behavior. Uh, Literally, if anyone's deserving of a place on his podcast, it's Ryan. You know, like if he gave me the choice, I'd gladly give up my place to have Ryan be interviewed by him because he's actually a catcher. He has an agenda. You know, I mean, unlike me, who I'm just like a floating head, just talking shit thus far, you know. But yeah, if anyone, I that's why I'm puzzled as to the question because like I'm being interviewed and I'm puzzled as to the questions he's gonna ask me because I'm not a catcher. I just provide you know opinions for people who want to hear them. You know, people who think my opinions is worth something. That's what I do. I'm not actually a catcher. I mean, I've contributed to catchers, but given who I was doing them for, that doesn't frankly count for anything. But
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why that's why I think personally Ryan's more deserving of the spot than me. But hey, if things go to plan, then yeah, I'm going to be on the podcast.
yeah, can I just want to say one thing about like, the Crystal Roach situation is like, I mean, I did make kind of a response video, but I mean, I don't like hate anyone. I don't, have like I don't, I mean, large part I kind of want him to do well because like he's, having victims come forward and everything like that. Like I'm not, I did make a response video, but um, that was kind of about it. Like, not be taken too seriously. But yeah.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Ray is
Oh, is
like,
my audio is my
Reddit. Can
audio good?
you? Yeah, it's good. Ray, can you tell him you'll only do it if he comes on White Guy Wednesday? I'll love you forever. Oh my god.
Listen, let me bring that up.
I don't know.
Uh,
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I kind of cooled it on my end with the whole trolling and stuff. Because, as we all know, he went through a loss recently,
yeah,
and I told him. I literally told him. I could even show you if you want. I literally told him, hey, if you want to postpone, if you still like, because he reached out to me and he was like, hey, don't think I forgot about you. If you still want to do the interview, and I was like, damn, this guy fucking, this guy fucking remembered me.
Oh shit.
And I was like, I wasn't expecting him to at all, ever, because he was going through something really serious. And so I was like, yo, I don't care if you need to postpone it a month, 2 months, a fucking year. I don't care. You take as much time as you want because everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary to what you're going through right now. So, whatever works for you works for me. It's your needs first. But we eventually just decided on this Sunday, because I think he has something to do on Friday concerning the whole his situation. But yeah, I mean, uh, did he really go through it? Yeah, he did. Obviously, I mean, that's where I kind of urge, restraint on the whole, having our fun. Because yeah, he actually did lose someone. I'm not in the whole boat of
ripping on somebody when they go.
yeah, while they're or not too much. That's why I kind of dialed it back. That's why I just like. That's why I've been just. I don't know if any like. I've just been urging others to do the same, But then, if whether they want to listen or not, that's completely up to them, and that's fine. I don't. I really don't care. But yeah, that's my angle. But yeah, if everything goes to plan, then yeah, I will be on his podcast, Chris LaRoche. What's your story? At 12 Sunday, 12 p.m. Eastern. I believe, on the dot.
Well, that's gonna be a
Looking
set
forward
to behold because damn. Um, I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say because if he's willing to do that, right? If he's willing to even you know,
Let me on,
right,
of all
uh,
people.
that should give you a big tell of like his character, which I respect if that's the case because it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? To like have someone on that for a fact was kind of like you know, and this obviously no offense to you, bro,
Yeah.
part of the little group, that was
I'm a nobody. I'm a nobody.
uh,
Which makes it more surprising why certain people oh my god. He why certain people get so triggered over what I have to say and visibly convey to their audience how they want to end my life and how they want to dissect me and stuff. I mean, I'm a nobody. You're getting triggered over a channel that's 1/2 millionth of the size that you are. I'm a nobody. My words shouldn't trigger anyone. I'm literally a nobody. I'm just gradually, barely making my way to 1,000, and you know, literally, like I said, if anyone's deserving to go on his podcast, it's Ryan. Someone like Ryan, who actually is going out there catching people, and has more of an initiative rather
was
than me.
about
I don't know what he's gonna ask me, but
I want to see that too.
Yeah, can I
right.
just want to make a. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
No,
can I
no,
just want
no.
to make.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, kind of wants to make a point, but some of like the other kind of sector of the predator catching community that kind of gets into the discussion of predator catching. Kind of like I feel like JDQ does and Red Hood does. Kind of talking about like predator catching. I think that's a very important
Shit.
part as well. Because it's kind of like if I feel like if we're all kind of just going on our own path and just kind of blindly building on our own kind of skills and everything or mistakes or whatever, then I mean like it's so much more powerful when we kind of all come together and like kind of discuss like approaches and the best way to do it. And I think that you guys are kind of a part of that. It's like a very important part
Yeah, like
to kind of
I may
stop
not
and
be
think and
a
discuss.
yeah, I may
Yep.
not be a catcher, but like I have some insight because I've worked in the field before. Whether or not it's worth anything, it's just secondary. But it's like I have that experience. Like I'm not just some nobody who like was trying to put his 2 cents in. I've been there. I've been in the environment. I've facilitated catches, so I'm not just some random guy putting in their 2 cents where it doesn't belong. That's but then that's it. After that, that's it. Like what I want to do with my channel is vastly different from anyone else's. Vastly, because I have other interests, I have other likings. Clearly, but yeah, all in all, if everything goes to plan, once again, I will be on the Crystal Roche podcast, 12 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. This Sunday, and I think this Sunday isn't it? It's this Sunday Extreme Rules. Is it? I don't even know. But this Sunday at 12 p.m., if all goes to plan, I will be on his podcast.
So to kind of like respond to what Ryan just said real quick,
Right.
um, I appreciate it, bro. But I've said it in the past too. The only difference between me and other people of the community is that I have chosen to be okay with like uh, showing my face and talking about the catches and like you said like reviewing them, um, having some type of like constructive criticism behind it, and just speaking my mind. But in reality, you know, I'm just like anybody within the community, and the reason why I say that, all right, is because I don't want anybody, whether it be now, in the past, in the future, to get the wrong idea, right? That I'm like this persona on the internet or this like celebrity on the internet, like oh bro, like I'm just like anyone of you guys, period, and that needs to be said because other people out in the community that follow certain channels, right? Kind of like gravitate only towards that type of person that has built for themselves a persona, right, for the internet, and just to say, "Oh yeah, I follow that person," because they look at them as like some type of like celebrity or something, and that's not what I'm here for, bro. Like, and let me just say this: I have in the past, I have taken like up like drama classes and all that, acting classes. So if I really did want to, like, if I really did want to, like, kind of like create this like persona, for the internet exclusively, just to like get clout and get attention and get views and all that, I could easily do it, bro. I could easily do it. Like some of these other people, these other channels within the catching community, have decided to do. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for, like you said, help the community, support the channels, review the videos, review the catches, review how it's being done, hopefully get more people involved, and that's it. But I do appreciate your sentiment. I do truly appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely.
And look at look at Jules. What? Girl, get that out of here. But to answer to
Yo, Jules,
answer
Jules.
Sweet Baby Ray, I think Sweet Baby Ray asked something earlier, bro, and
Yeah.
about White Guy Wednesdays. Hold on, let me just make sure I get the
He
right.
wants us again on. He wants you and then me on White Guy Wednesday.
Oh, that's
Next
what it
week.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. I have absolutely no problem with that. I again, like I said in the DMs, like, if I'm like available already, like whenever you guys get on.
Yeah, and Ryan in a cameo role that Dream
Yeah,
4
man.
will just edit in and out constantly.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Ryan, listen, I'm almost like fairly brand new to you. I've only seen like a handful of your content and all that. I'm this is not an interview, I promise. But can I ask you a few questions, bro?
I'll get out. I'll get
Yeah.
out. Make this NVCAP interview impromptu. I'll get out.
Nah, bro. No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
yeah,
Say,
yeah.
say, say.
You know, go.
Because I don't want like this to be like misunderstood. Like I'll obviously at some point I will be interviewing Ryan. Hopefully, I mean if he allows me to, respectfully so. But the reason why I'm gonna ask like a few questions is because, to be completely honest with you, bro, like you, at least for me, I could be wrong, and it could just be in my mind or whatever. But I feel like almost like you came out of like nowhere, and kind of like started like sweeping through the community, and obviously the recognition is there, the support is there. But once again, like I said earlier, I have been under a rock for the last weeks and months. I want to say even a little before Alex started sharing this channel with me, even a little bit before that, I was kind of like just keeping to myself and not like really getting involved with like the catching community and all that. I was going through some stuff, and I'm still going through some stuff now, but I in isolation, if you will. So I mean, if you could kind of like catch me up to speed, like, you know what I'm saying, like where the hell you came from and all that, and how. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Uh. So basically, I started kind of working with I guess I'll just say the organization. I kind of usually sometimes just say that other organization, but PP Math. Um. I always I kind of met up with them a little after the 100th catch, and then I kind of was working with them like as a driver camera guy, and uh decoying on catches, and I kind of learned, actually credit like PB Mass for teaching me how to do catches. And I kind of always I kind of like, before even going on catches or anything like that, I always thought there was something missing when I saw, like, a lot of interrogations, and I saw catches where the interrogations, they would do things that the predator catchers wouldn't do necessarily. Like, I saw the interrogation of Colonel Russell Williams, and the interrogator was Jim Smith, and it was very like a very surgical interrogation, and he basically had him talk as long as he could, and then kind of applied the evidence to what he was saying. And used that to basically get him confessed to, like, he was actually a murderer, Colonel Williams. And it's like, basically it's kind of like, I felt like at a certain point our approach was kind of dialed off a little bit, and then I kind of wanted to start an organization with my friend. Kind of lives in Berkshire County, and basically, yeah, I mean, we had kind of a first catch, but it was a failed catch, and then our second catch actually was a 3.5 hour catch. I don't know if you saw it. It was actually in the crazy blue color. But yeah, so it's about 3.5 hours. It was cut down, but I kind of, yeah, it's kind of like we kind of want to apply this approach of kind of making it so it's more like kind of an interrogation and gathering information, but then also that we're trying to make it so that it can be done. It can be done as in a legitimate way. We're trying to put something in place where there could be some kind of like compliance guidelines people could follow, where that predator catchers can be taken seriously and be done, and it can be done legitimately, recognized by the government. Because I think that we got to be kind of recognized as a protected class as journalists. So there's a lot of things we kind of want to be like activists for.
And I applaud you for that, bro, because once again, that's what it's really all about, man. Like, listen, I am tired. I am tired of seeing other catchers out there, okay, solely and exclusively like doing these catches and confrontations just exclusively for clout and views, bro. Like I'm sick and tired of it.
Rami.
Well, I mean, he's not the only one though. Like there's others out there that I mean,
That's good for you.
wait, what?
That's good for you.
Well, I mean, once again, yeah, there's more. There's more out there, that they have these like little.
PP mask. I'm just kidding.
Get out of here.
I'm just kidding.
And I applaud you for you doing it the way you're doing it, because this was gonna happen, all right, and I have to be the one to like sadly say this. Eventually, okay, whether it be a year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, whatever, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be an infiltration of more and more people doing this solely for clout and for views and all that, and for entertainment. And what's going to happen is slowly but surely, little by little, the unique and genuine channels such as like yourself, PP Mass, CC Unit, Predator Approaches, all these people that are doing it for like the right reasons and the correct way, are going to be mixed in with, what I'm saying, these other people that are coming in for the wrong reasons. And yeah, you guys are still going to stand out by doing things correctly, but there's going to be a sense of confusion overall in general by the viewing public, kind of like, oh, like this isn't real, or this isn't legitimate, or this isn't done correctly. Just look at all these other channels that are being like pushed forward or whatever. And it's a sad thing to say, and it breaks my heart to say it. And obviously, I want you to thrive, and I want you to obviously be in the forefront, doing your thing correctly and all that. But eventually, that's what's going to happen, And
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to like add to that, but I mean, that's just my opinion.
I think like it's already kind of has happened. It's like it just could get worse at this point. It's like at a certain point, we basically just need some kind of system where it can be taken seriously and it can be done in a legitimate way, or it's like or it's like we need some kind of objective measure or not, you know what I mean, like where they're not being taken as vigilantes, because essentially what you're kind of saying is like there's people that do it the wrong way, and then they're going to get generalized with people doing it the right way, and we need to have some kind of like system in place, like where the government can realize these people are part of this certain compliance standard and these people are not, and something like that needs to be put in place, definitely.
Yep. Matter of fact, I would love to go a step further, and Man, I've said this so many times in the past, bro. I'm kind of like I don't want to sound like a broken record, but at some point, and it's not going to happen. I repeat, it's not going to happen. But I would love to see like law enforcement, whoever it takes, right, to develop some sort of like legitimate program to where something close to like civilian patrol or civilian police or whatever, something along those lines, where only vetted and proven catchers like such as yourself, such as Dave, PP Mass, goes from CC Unit, kind of have some kind of like exclusive authority of some sort, or not authority, but how do I put this? Kind of like only people meeting this criteria, like so many catches, so many convictions, so many whatever. We give you guys to a certain extent some type of like genuine involvement within like law enforcement. Like obviously like no pay it'd be like voluntarily, but something to separate the genuine catchers from like wannabe catchers, if that makes any sense. Yeah, verified for sure. Yeah, verified. But that's
Yeah.
not ever gonna happen only because that would be asking for too much, I guess. But
That
it would
that
help.
that'd be that would be s- uh that would be supposing that our government isn't filled to the brim with sympathizers and shit.
Yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
I mean, like what I'm kind of thinking though is like I think the closest we got to that though is Perverted Justice as an organization because they work with law enforcement. So I feel like we should work with them a lot because like I feel like Perverted Justice was the closest that we ever got to like kind of some any kind of predator catcher other than law enforcement working kind of with law enforcement. So I don't know. I think there are people that have gotten close enough where it definitely like we can actually build on. So I mean, I wouldn't say to give up yet though at all. I
Oh
think
no,
it's
no,
possible. We just
no.
have to
Yeah,
coalition.
no, no, no. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like I mean, you guys go as long and as far as you can. Like, you guys keep doing what you do for as long as you can, and do it correctly for as long as you can to the last breath. I believe in you guys. I believe in you. I believe in Jay. I believe in Ghost. I believe in Alex. Everybody who's doing this correctly and for the right reasons. I will always be behind you guys, supporting, sharing, commenting, doing constructive criticism, giving feedback, whatever it is that you guys need, like to like keep thriving, right? That's never going to change, So don't get me wrong, like I'm rooting you guys on regardless of what happens in the future. But that's I guess just like a nice way of giving you guys like a heads up, of like what's to come for sure.
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I want to add, to like Ryan's answer, because you mentioned how you were kind of living under a rock and stuff,
Right,
and you were just gone.
I was.
What ended up happening was, disclaimer: the war is over, but this is when it wasn't over.
Right.
Ryan, like the reason he just came back out of nowhere was that uh he came to he defended Jay, against those false claims that were made about him. I'm sure everyone is
Oh,
aware.
got you, got you, got
He defended Jay's name when he had no reason to. I mean, but he did. He defended it. He gave his side of the story and basically, just denied those claims, those really slanderous claims that he made. And then from then on, it was just up for Ryan.
See, but that's what we need, bro. We need people like Ryan, and I'm sorry to take you as an example, bro. But I'm pretty sure you won't mind. But we need more people like Ryan who like, okay, hold up. You telling me my homie's doing what? All right, let me fact check you, son. Let me go see how true these allegations that you're bringing up is. Because another thing that bothers me, all right, within, and this happens doesn't matter what channel or community on online, it's gonna happen like wherever you go. But what bothers me is like slander, defamation of character, all these other things that are like serious because it's serious stuff. Like for someone to say like, "Oh, this person did this or does that or whatever," without any proof or evidence, like it angers me and it just like frustrates me, bro. Because whether it be about me or you or whoever, right? Like the fact that it was brought up and it stirred up so many emotions towards other people and other viewers, that are potentially new to the channel, new to the community, and they're like, well, I mean, now I don't know if I want to follow Jay or if I want to follow JDQ or if I want to follow so and so, and it creates this confusion, and then the thing is, like, yeah, things could be cleared up, within a matter of like minutes, hours, days, or whatever. But the fact that that confusion was already like placed there within the community or new viewers or whatever, it just like slows the progress so much, bro. And that's what like bothers me. It's like the progress of like you guys gets slowed up, but when stuff like that happens, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just
because
it's dumb.
like it's like an uphill battle as is. Like we're like trying to essentially,
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. We have a special guest.
sorry.
Hey, roll out that red card. I'm kidding.
Roll out that red carpet. Oh,
I mean, she's gonna ask for it anyways. So, but yeah, go ahead, Ryan, bro.
yeah. Finish. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I was saying like as is, it's like an uphill battle, like because like we're essentially trying to turn some kind of system, some kind of these organizations into something that can be useful to putting these predators away and like actually like gathering useful information about predators. And if we have like no system in place, like it's already like pretty much we have, it's like there's gonna be things on the news calling any predator catcher organization vigilantes, and there's no line yet established separating legally by the government separating them from us. So it's like we have an uphill battle as is. So we definitely have to we have to kind of focus on the political objectives. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I just overall, I don't know, man. Sometimes I wish I knew how to like code and stuff and get into some of these like trolls, like computers, and just like after computers up or whatever. But that's just me. I mean, sadly, I don't have that type of knowledge. You
Yeah, I
know.
mean, also, I never really defended anyone necessarily. Like, I just kind of said what is true or not true. Like, if I have like a problem with someone, I'll say what I have a problem with. I just won't say something. I won't like reinforce some other false claim, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I pretty much just it was kind of like a segment where I kind of verified something. I think. Yeah.
Agreed, bro. And this is another good point.
Yeah.
Christopher Gonzalez saying, at this point, it's more exposing the person rather than getting the person arrested, which, by the way, isn't necessarily like the worst case scenario. Sometimes, and we've talked about this before, sometimes like the streets give and do more justice than the actual like justice system itself. Maybe it's not the way that it should be taken care of, necessarily, but overall, it's nice to have the sense of like that person, that predator, from this point forward, he's not going to be able to like go out of his house without looking over his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Which is sometimes worse for that particular person and individual.
Yeah, and then the streets, depending on where you're from, the streets deliver their own type of justice, if you know what I mean.
But that's what I mean, though. That's what I
Yeah,
mean.
exactly. Yeah.
Necessarily, I'm not trying to say like, oh, he'll definitely get like beat up or like like murdered or
Oh. Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say is the fact that the person's now going to have to live with that fear, okay? That fear of like leaving your house and anywhere you go, you have to be like constantly looking over your shoulder and kind of like under that suspense of like, well, what if, what if they get their hands on me? Like, what if they try to do something to me?
Right.
That's sometimes like way worse than being in jail, bro.
Yeah, huge point I kind of want to make from that is like it's crazy to me that their whole like the government's so like up in arms about like predator catchers being vigilantes. But what is the cause of any vigilantism ever in any history is when the rule of law is not in place, when some kind of crime goes punished, and then there's some kind of vacuum that takes its place to punish them. It's like you mean to say we're gonna have these people posting all these people online, right? and then they're going to commit to not taking cases. They're going to commit to not prosecuting them. Like saying that, district attorneys sometimes say like that they're not going to prosecute child molesters, essentially decriminalizing child molestation just because it was caught by a predator catcher. That creates vigilantism. Like not just because the information was gathered from a journalist. So I just think that's crazy. Like these district attorneys, like you see on the news, I don't know if you saw like too much news segments like that, or
I mean, I remember like, well, it didn't necessarily have to do with like predators themselves, but I don't know if anyone remembers this one guy who was a vigilante. I think in the Seattle area, if I'm not mistaken, Phoenix Jones. Like he was doing vigilante work for a long ass time. I'm talking about like Batman style, like wardrobe.
Like he fucking beat up predators.
Not beat up predators, but this guy was more like on the lines of like making sure no one got carjacked. If someone got robbed, like they would actually find the person who robbed them and like bring their like property back.
Right.
We talking about like real life.
Yeah, like Batman.
Yeah, but without like hurting the actual people. He would have weapons and stuff to defend himself with, but that's as far as he would go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
yeah,
that's as far as I would go.
yeah. Like a main point though is like the district attorneys though are actually creating vigilantism because they're creating a vacuum where there's going to be where government's supposed to be doing something, and then they're going to have like something else take its place. So it's like they don't realize that they're actually creating vigilantism just because they're just so like hung up like in their ways, like yeah.
And I'm gonna say, listen, if you don't want to see all these cats out here, all right, confronting these predators, all right, these child molesters, all right,
do it yourself.
Exactly, man. Listen, I'm tired of hearing like, oh, let us do our job, like let us handle that. Well, handle it, man. Handle it. Stop saying so much and stop like putting so many like obstacles in each of these like predator catchers' way to where it's like almost impossible to get a conviction. All right, get your story right. Do you want to help? Do you want to do what's your responsibility? All right, then go ahead to handle your business. Go ahead, do it. But don't tell me then like don't do it because you know what I'm saying. Somebody has to do it. I'm sorry, like somebody has to be out here doing this.
Yeah. Like if
it's like
no, you go, Ryan. You go.
Oh, sorry. Like it's like how can they? If we have the right to do it, and we absolutely do, like it's like as journalists we have the right to do it. How can someone say that we don't have the right to do it? They'll even say what we're doing is illegal or we shouldn't do it. They have no business doing that. They might be able to give some kind of safety advice or whatever it is, but they have no place telling a citizen what they have the right to do that they can't do it. Like sometimes journalism is dangerous. So some journalists they'll ask like murder suspects for questions in their house, all kinds of stuff. Some even overseas they'll be in war zones and everything like that. But like we have the right to do journalism. They can't say that we don't have the right to do it or that we shouldn't do it. Like it's not their place. And then worse yet, interfering with like in the name of stopping us from doing something we have the right to do, actually decriminalizing child molestation, in the process, like pretty much because that's what it does. When you say we're not taking a case, we're not going to prosecute that person. That's effectively decriminalization of that.
Effectively decriminalizing it. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's a bit off top, but like if I were to start catching people, which is not gonna happen, I just did it once, didn't like it. If I were to start doing it, then the name Red Hood would have to go quickly. I'm sure JDQ would know why.
Oh, of course, bro.
Yeah, the name Red Hood would have to go quickly because bit of a fun fact. Red Hood is basically like Batman, except he just slaughters people. Like if anyone knows the Punisher, he's like the Punisher. Red Hood kills people. He fucking criminal. Like doesn't care how little or small of a criminal you are, he will kill you. You're done. You're done. Like spare you, turn you into the cops. No, he will kill you. Yep. So that's why if I ever did something like that, the name Red Hood would have to go to not give people the wrong impression.
Yep. And real quick, that twist with the $20 donation, which by the way, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you a lot. He says, I want to make PP Ryan babies and raise them to be more than what you see in a microscope. Golly, man. All right. Okay. Well,
Jesus.
I mean,
bro. Oh, I was growing in a lab, so I was actually born.
Oh my
my
god.
goodness, yo, I'm dying over here too, yo. But hey, real quick, not to like, I mean, I sadly I have to, but not to interrupt this great conversation we got going on here. But your boy is starving as hell, and I do have to give up the laptop to my sister because I am indeed using her laptop to do the stream. But yeah, hold on. I mean, I hope not, but hey, who
I'm
knows, right?
going out.
I hope not.
Oh
But I
my
do have to
god.
end the stream. Ryan, bro, we're gonna have to schedule like an actual legitimate interview further down the line. I don't know when because
Uh,
I'm about to start a new job tomorrow. But just keep in touch with me, like DM me, so we can sort out like what day we can make that happen. I mean, obviously, your consent. You know, I'm not pushing myself
oh yeah,
or
absolutely, be great. Yeah,
awesome. And then Red Hood, bro, thanks for being here with me, man. It's always nice to have you as a co-host.
Yeah.
You always give out good vibes and always entertaining and
Yeah,
funny.
always, man.
I appreciate that. So till next time, guys, and we're gonna continue this because we really didn't get to the bottom of like the question here of like relisting this top five predator catcher like list.
Yeah, because your laptop decided to go on its
I know, I
period,
know.
and you owe everyone an extra hour, and you're dipping out on everyone. Like, what kind of content creator are you? Like, why am I even here, yo? Let me get out of here, man.
Yo, for real, that happened out of nowhere. All right, and we tried like Red Hood and me tried like 3 times, I think, before actually getting this live stream up and running, and it was so frustrating, bro. Because like usually I don't have that type of like problem like on the streams, right? But tonight it was giving me
Right,
hell. It was like almost like a sign, like, "Oh, don't get on" or whatever. Um,
right.
but we pushed through. We made it happen, and it was a great one. Once again, I give thanks to both of you, Ryan, Red, double R, if you will. You guys have been great guests on here, and I'll have you both on like as soon as we get another stream going. For all you guys who were here,
You said there were more guests, but no one showed up.
they, I
Was it
mean,
was it was it that, or did you not have time to like add them or something?
so I sent out the first links, right? But
Right,
then the problem happened, technical difficulties happened. So when I started like this last stream, I didn't give out the link to like everybody again. I just kind of like
right,
gave
right,
like you know, I think Ryan still had it. So there was supposed to be a lot more people on tonight. Uh,
right.
but because of that whole situation, I kind of had to like skip it for tonight. But yeah, till next time, guys. For all of you who were like in here, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for showing love and support. Um, Obviously, if you're not following Ryan on NVCAP, go ahead and do so ASAP. He don't need me to say that, but I'm saying it because once again, I believe in the guy. I support him. You know, I'll be right behind him every step of the way, as long as he keeps doing things correctly, which I think he will. But that being said, I'm gonna shut up now because I be talking too much. Y'all stay safe and blessed. All right, Ryan. Remember to DM me, reach out so we can schedule like an actual day for the actual interview and make that happen.
yep, absolutely.
Um, and Red Hood, if you do start, you know, your catching ventures, then let me know. That way I can be Batman or Nightwing. You know what? Yeah, I'll be Nightwing.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Actually, fun fact. Yeah, Red Hood's not my favorite, but you know, I just like the whole thing. I just came with it on the dot. Like I have to switch my name really quick. So then, yeah. But Red Hood isn't my favorite member of the whole
He's
family. But
he's the rawest. He's the rawest member of the
yeah,
family.
he's the raw. He's like the one of the most. He's a fan favorite, and he's like up there with like the best characters ever created for a comic book. But anyway, yeah, like I said, it's It's been good. You know, yeah, like the whole catching thing. I meant what I said. I'm probably like never, ever, but you know, I've done it. But the chances of it happening again are like no. And I'm more looking forward to you, JDQ, going on a catch with like a Ray or someone.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, bro, because yeah, like Ray and me are supposed to be like heading towards doing a catch together at some point eventually. But like the problem is with me is, for example, and not to place this as an excuse because that's not really the point. But the reality is for me at the moment, um, I just literally I'm gonna start this new job tomorrow, and that alone, even though it's like quote unquote like a part time job, it's gonna be like full time hours basically, right? And now that that happened, and even before it happened, I was having trouble like scheduling a day with him and scheduling like how we're gonna go about it, who's gonna help us do like the decoying, meeting up, all this other stuff. It has not been easy to like actually make it happen because of that. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, for sure, at some point, whether it be weeks from now, months from now, whatever, eventually we will make that happen. We will make that team up happen for sure. So,
Right, right.
but yeah, that being said, once again, I'm gonna shut up now because I really do talk too much. Y'all stay safe and blessed. All right, see y'all on the next stream. I might go again tonight. We'll see what happens. We'll see if I
Oh
have the
shit,
laptop.
really?
Yeah, but if I don't have it available to me, um, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Bro, just
I'll
like
get y'all.
knock your sister out, you know, just like in the
What?
closet, just like and just steal her laptop, you know. Give
I
the people
mean,
what they want.
I'm gonna tell her that. I'm sorry, D. I'm giving people what they want. Screw your laptop, screw your career, screw your money. Like,
Screw your income, screw your livelihood. We have a
right?
fucking YouTube channel to run.
Exactly. She'll understand.
Yeah. And if she doesn't, then yeah, you just enact extreme measures. But you know, that's
Oh no.
we pray it doesn't come to that.
If it doesn't go down that way, I mean, listen, we've got how many people on 14.4K subscribers that I can do like other content creators that we are aware of, and just what did Alex say? Code 66. What was that?
Order
Code 66.
66. Order 66.
Order 66. We'll just order
Order
66,
66 is sister. Yeah, yeah.
and we'll just what I'm saying, wreak havoc on her, right?
Yeah, that's from Star Wars, by the way.
Oh, well, there you go. I see. I didn't even know all that.
Yeah. So yeah, fun fact before I go, Order 66. So like when the evil bad guy, the Emperor, the one who the old guy
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
became the ruler of the entire galaxy. He
Yeah.
basically brainwashed like the galaxy's army, like the stormtroopers, into killing every single Jedi across the galaxy. That's why it's called Order 66, you know, to get everyone to like, you know, flood. That's what Alex meant by like Order 66 Crystal Roche, to get everyone to go into his DMs, you know, whatever. That's what Order 66 means.
Yeah, like, as he was explaining it the other night, I was like, okay, that makes sense. But now that you gave it that connotation to it, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, now I really, really like understand like where he was coming from. Golly, that's pretty much like unleashing a whole damn army on
Yeah, yeah,
one person.
yeah.
What? Oh snap! Rob Plum with the $2 donation. Don't spend it all at one place. I will definitely not be able to do that. So I appreciate the sentiment. Nah, but on the real though, I appreciate that. It means a lot to me, and it does help out a lot. Trust me, it helps out tremendously. It's not the amount, it's the having the heart in the right place. So I appreciate that. All right. So for real now, I had to bounce. I had to go eat. I had to go like take a shower, get all sexy for you guys. Hopefully for later tonight. And if that doesn't happen, well, I mean, I just
Guys,
have to
guys,
get
guys,
out.
guys, 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 guys. Rami is debating a hater at 10 p.m. tonight.
Whoa. Okay. I'll
Yeah,
catch that.
yeah, he's debating a hater. Yeah, stay tuned. I'm out of here. Bye.
All right, bro. All right, guys. Well, I'm out. You guys have a beautiful night. Thanks for stopping by. Matt Jones, My Life, Jen, Just Jules, Just Tom, Dead Twist, Hills, John Smith, thank you for the membership. I appreciate that. Who else? Rod Plum, Fraser, Dead Twist, Constantine. It won't let me go back any further. But yeah, thank you for that, John. I appreciate that. Y'all have a beautiful night. Stay blessed and safe out there. All right. Until next time, love y'all. And peace out.